Welcome to freedivorce.com.
This is Christina.
And this is Ed. Today we're going to discuss what you need to know about California court forms. A divorce can be completed from start to finish by filling out various court forms and then filing those forms with the court. You can also obtain domestic violence restraining orders by filling out court forms and filing those forms with the court. The court forms are known as judicial counsel forms. They were created by the state of California. Their use is mandatory. You can find the court forms on our website. Christina, will you talk a bit about the court forms and our website?
Sure. Our website provides you with all the forms you will need for free. The forms are contained in our court forms database. All of the forms are fillable. You can find any form you need in our database, fill out the form, save it, print it, and then file it with the court. Each court form has a name and also a form number. For example, a petition for the dissolution of marriage is known as FL 100. The FL stands for family law. A request for domestic violence restraining orders is known as DV 100. The DV stands for domestic violence. On our website, we will always give you both the name of each form and the form number. In each section of our website where we discuss a particular court form, we first give you the name of the form, but we then primarily refer to the form by its number. When looking at a court form, you can always find the form number by looking at the top right-hand corner of the form.
How do you access the forms on our website?
You can access our court forms database from the freedivorce.com homepage. That will take you right to all the forms.
How are the forms organized in the database?
The database is organized by groups of forms and then by the form number. All the family law forms, which are FL forms, are grouped together. All the domestic violence forms, which are DV forms, are grouped together. For example, the divorce forms start with FL 100, which is the divorce petition, and go through FL 435. The domestic violence forms start with DV 100, which is the form you use to request domestic violence restraining orders, and goes through DV 250. The two main groups of forms are the FL forms and the DV forms, but the database includes other forms. For example, fee waiver forms start with the letters FW. Each group of court forms is listed in numerical order. When you're looking in our forms database, use the form number, and that will make it really easy for you to find that particular form. Now that I have explained about how the court forms database is organized, Ed, why don't you tell us how the forms work?
When you look at the court forms database, you're going to see forms that are blank and forms that are completed. For example, the form you fill out to request a fee waiver is FW001. In the database, you will find a form entitled FW001 blank, and you will find another form entitled FW-001 completed. You can pull up the completed version of the form and print it as a sample of what a completed form can look like. Then you can click on the blank version of the FW001 form and fill it out for yourself, typing in your name, address, and other relevant information. All of the court forms in our database are fillable. You can pull up any form you need, fill it out, save it, and then print the form. The form will then be ready for you to file with the court. You are not required to type up the forms. If you wish, you can print the blank version of any form from our database and then fill out the form with a pen. If you use a pen, your writing has to be legible. The court will accept forms that are filled out with a pen.
Are all the court forms contained in our database free?
Yes. All of the court forms contained in our database are absolutely free.
How many forms are contained in the court forms database?
Our court form database contains well over 100 forms. There are many hundreds of judicial counsel forms in existence, most of which have nothing to do with divorce or family law. We have included in our database all of the forms we think the vast majority of people will need. However, if you find you need a particular court form that is not in our database, you can always Google California Judicial Counsel, and on that government website you can find every judicial counsel form that exists.
Are all of the court forms in our database printed in English?
Yes. Some of the judicial counsel forms exist in different languages. For For example, the Petition for Dissolution of Marriage, FL 100, can be found on the Judicial Council website in English, Spanish, Chinese, and Arabic. We did not include these translated forms in our database for a number of reasons. First, the court clerk will only accept forms that are printed in English. Second, there are a very limited number of forms that have been translated. We felt inclusion of the translated versions of the forms in our database would create confusion.
We suggest you click the Court Forms button on the home page as soon as you're done watching this video and take a look at our Court Forms database so you can see how it is organized. You can click on any form, have it pop up, and see how easy it is to fill out. Depending on your browser or the type of device you're using to view our site, it may take up to 30 seconds for the form to pop up, so be patient.
One final note. If you open a court form from our Court Forms database and it is not in a fillable format, then you may be using a browser, such as Firefox, that does not allow PDF editing. So, if you click on a court form and you cannot type directly on it, then you will have to manually download it and then open it with Acrobat or Acrobat Reader in order to access it in a fillable format. To avoid this multi-step process, we recommend that you download one of the 3 supported free internet browsers, Google Chrome, Safari, or Microsoft Edge. Any one of these browsers will automatically open our court forms in a fillable format. Remember, you can also print the blank forms from our Court Forms database and then fill them out with a pen. This has been a presentation by freedivorce.com.